We're starting to see a shift. People are getting tired of this micro rejection. See, you're not dating people anymore. Actually, emotional risk. We were told hookup culture sold a dream, didn't it? It sold the dream to you. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I really want to talk about a very, very important topic, and I feel like this is something that is actually becoming so much more prominent in our society today. How hookup culture is creating lonely people. In a world where we have so much access to one another, we can talk, we can send videos, we can send memes, we can have instant access with that person. But the thing is, we are all feeling lonely and disconnected from one another. And I see it so much. Every person that I talk to, and being here in Bali where you'll have access to a lot of people, everyone feels disconnected. And this, do you know what? It really, really makes me sad that actually now in an age where we can talk to one another, like I said, have access to one another, we feel even more lonelier than we did before. So you see, hookup culture promised us freedom, freedom from commitment, freedom from labels, freedom from actually emotional risk. We were told casual connection would make dating easier, lighter, more fun. So why are people more lonely than ever? Why are dating apps booming while relationships are declining? Why are people surrounded by options yet starving for connection? So today we're going to be talking about the psychology behind hookup culture and why it's quietly creating a generation of emotionally exhausted, disconnected, lonely people. And that, do you know what? Saying that makes me feel so sad. It really does. And this conversation might make you see why modern dating is very different. So let's get into it. The promise versus the reality. So let's look at that promise. Hookup culture sold a dream, didn't it? It sold the dream to you. No pressure, no expectations, no heartbreak, no responsibility, just fun, chemistry, and living in the moment. Yet at first glance, it sounds empowering. It really does. But here's the reality nobody talks about. Humans are not wired for endless casual intimacy. Our nervous systems are wired for bonding. Every time we kiss someone, every time we sleep with someone, every time we open up to someone, our brain releases bonding chemicals. Every single time, regardless whether you feel whatever you feel for that person, it releases the bonding chemicals of oxytocin, dopamine, vasopressin. These chemicals don't care if the relationship is casual. Your biology doesn't understand the word situationship. Your nervous system thinks this person matters, this person is safe, this person is connection. And then suddenly they disappear. No closure, no commitment, and no emotional landing. Just silence. I did a video about this and I'm going to link it here because honestly, you need to understand what ghosting and silence is doing to you. And you see, your brain is left trying to understand a bond that never had permission to exist. So let's look at the dopamine dating trap. Dating apps turned dating into a dopamine machine. Swipe, match, message, validation, repeat. And you know what? It feels exciting. It feels addictive. It's endless. But here's what's really happened psychologically. You see, you're not dating people anymore. What you're actually dating is possibility. Every match feels like maybe this one is going to be better. Maybe this one is the next one that is going to be perfect. What if I'm settling too soon? So instead of investing, we keep browsing. Instead of deepening what we have, we just keep sampling. And instead of bonding, we keep scrolling. It's the Netflix effect of relationships, isn't it? You got all the films. You got so many films. You got hundreds of films. And have you ever found yourself, you're going through all of those choices? Oh, I like that film. I like that film. Oh, maybe there's another one. Let's just check. When there are infinite options, commitment feels like limitation. And suddenly everyone becomes replaceable. And when someone feels replaceable, nobody feels safe. So this is the illusion of emotional independence. Hookup culture tells people, don't catch feelings, stay detached, casual, keep it casual. Oh, do you know what? Isn't there, I don't know if you've ever seen, I'm going to try and find this post or this picture where it says, don't catch feelings, catch flights. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it here. Same thing. Don't catch feelings, keep it casual, don't be needy. But here's the truth. Needing connection is not weakness. It's biology. We are wired for attachment. And when people try to override that wiring, something strange actually happens. Instead of becoming independent, you become emotionally numb. You start pretending that relationships don't matter, we don't care, pretending to be unbothered, pretending that we're fine with casual everything, while secretly inside you're craving real intimacy. So now we have a generation of people saying, I don't want anything serious, when what they actually mean is, I'm afraid of being hurt again. Hookup culture didn't remove emotional needs. It made people ashamed of having them. And that's basically what happened. So what you experience is micro rejections and invisible heartbreak. One of the biggest psychological costs of hookup culture is something called micro rejection, ghosting, breadcrumbing, situationship endings, unanswered messages, slow fades. These feel small individually, but when they are stacked up, your brain doesn't register, oh, that was casual. Your brain registers, I was rejected. And when this happens repeatedly, the nervous system adapts. People start building emotional armor. So you have lower expectations, lower vulnerability, lower hope. And eventually, people stop believing connection lasts. And that's when loneliness begins to grow, even whilst you're dating. So why is loneliness rising? You see, loneliness isn't just about being single, okay? It's about a lack of emotional safety. You start dating regularly and you still feel deeply alone because casual intimacy gives physical closeness without emotional security. And that combination, my friends, is very confusing for the nervous system. You feel close, but then you feel really disconnected from that person. You feel seen when you're with that person, but then you feel really forgotten. That's the word I could say. You feel really forgotten. Wanted, but then replaceable. So what this does do is it creates emotional whiplash, and the brain begins associating dating with instability. So people either keep chasing validation or withdrawal completely, and both lead to loneliness. And it's so sad, my friends. So the fear that nobody talks about. Here's the hidden fear underneath hookup culture. People want connection, but they don't trust it anymore. They've been ghosted so many times. They've been misled, used, replaced, disappointed. So now they protect themselves by staying casual. It feels safer to risk nothing than risk everything. But the cost of emotional strategies is emotional isolation. And then slowly people start telling themselves, maybe real connection doesn't exist anymore. So if this is how everyone's thinking, what's the shift back to the real connection? Here's the hopeful part. We're starting to see a shift. People are getting tired of this. So many people, like even my friends, or people like clients that I talk to, they're getting tired of casual. And it's a real epidemic that happens. Tired of confusion, tired of emotional ambiguity. More people are craving depth again, honesty again, real connection again, because at the end of the day, humans don't just want attention, they want attachment. And the bravest thing you can do in modern dating is admit you want something real. There isn't any like stigma about it, and you're not weak for admitting that you want something real. So my friends, if this topic resonates with you and you want to understand the psychology of modern dating, attachment, and emotional healing on a deeper level, I work with people one-to-one, and you can find the link in the description box below. And if this video gave you clarity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this, because this conversation matters. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.